So hey guys, and welcome back to Born Traveller. Right, today I'm actually doing a video request. One of my regular viewers requested. He wanted to ask, how do I pack my Forclaz Travel 100 backpack? How do I get all this stuff into such a small backpack? Okay, so I'm going to do a video today, guys, about how I get all. Basically, I'm trying to show you all. It's quite hard to get it all in camera, but basically I'm going to show you how to get all this into all my clothes, everything into that small one backpack. I don't have two bags, I just have one bag, and then my day pack goes in my backpack empty. Okay, so I just carry one bag, and this bag will go on carry on. So as long as I can keep the weight down, it will go on carry on most airlines. I've done a review on this actually, which you can see now in the top right hand corner if you want to watch that video about the actual backpack itself. This video is just going to be today of updated on kind of the kit I'm carrying and how I pack it all in. So I thought I'd start with the toiletries first. So in terms of toiletries, you always see these really expensive kind of travel toiletry bags. And one thing I was find is they're not waterproof. Like, a lot of your toiletries is always going to be wet. You know, your toothbrush, your thing, it's always going to have some water on it. It's really hard when you're in a rush to get all that water out. And after a while, the toiletry bags start to smell. So I actually bought this from Decathlon in India. And it's just basically a swimming bag. It's just basically a waterproof swimming bag. It's not completely waterproof because a little bit of water can leak through the zip if you immerse it in water. But for essentially just these items here, a bit of water, it keeps everything, you know, the water in here and doesn't damage my backpack, and also prevents smells from escaping. And also, when you just take it out, obviously you can just clean it very easy. It's made of, made of like a silicone-y, so it's very easy to keep clean and everything. These are the toiletry items I carry. As you can see, I don't carry a lot. Everything's like a miniature. Starting off with the razor, this is a version of Gillette in India. It's actually one blade. It's just made of plastic. 70 rupees, about $1, and you get like 4 or 5 blades and the blade. You'd be thinking one blade wouldn't be enough, but honestly, it's so sharp. I'm really impressed with that. And I say for $1, it's amazing. It's very lightweight, and you know, and you can buy the refills anywhere in India, and really cheap, much cheaper than the other Gillettes. I go for travel size shampoo. I just use this for my hair. This is a 40ml, I do believe it is. Yeah, 40ml. So try and keep it under the 50ml for the carry-on. So this is an item I picked up while I'm here in India. I always have Nivea cream. This is quite a big one. Normally I'd only have 50ml, but it was such a bargain I decided to just buy. But I'll have to get rid of this before I go on a plane. So that's just my cream for my face. So this is just shaving cream. This is only 30ml, so again that can go on the plane. Obviously, travel toothpaste. This is something that you really do need to carry here in India and most in Southeast Asia, is some kind of mosquito spray. Again, I don't think this would go on the plane, but it's 100ml, but while here in India, really important, I have some. Then I just carry some perfume, a small bottle. You can pick these up pretty much anywhere in Asia, pretty cheap. And this is one of the most interesting items. I actually always carry soap, and I actually carry 2 versions of soap. Here in India, you can get like a washing soap. So this is my washing powder actually. The soap at the bottom is my washing powder, and then that's just my normal soap. Actually, my comb. This is it is a bit of a luxury item, but I always carry fabric, so that I use this for washing my clothes, and then I use this fabric conditioner, just a small bottle from Comfort. I'll probably keep the bottle for when I leave India because it's really handy. I don't think you can get these size bottles outside India, so definitely when I leave India, I'll take this bottle with me and have to fill it up, find another bottle and fill it up with. Fantastic. Keeps your clothes smelling nice. Not expensive. I also carry quite a small sunscreen. Again, I've got my 50ml hair gel. Again, that will go on the plane. And then the last thing is some deodorant. I actually carry 2 versions of deodorant. This is my roll-on. And obviously just a couple of other items. My toothbrush. And this I use, it's for cleaning really. I just use it it's just a little kind of plastic, like a scrubbing brush I can use for cleaning my clothes or whatever I need to clean. It's just very lightweight, very handy. Takes 10 seconds to dry out. So that's all the items now in my wash bag. I've actually left 3 items out because I always carry my deodorant, which I didn't actually show you before. I carry my deodorant, my sunscreen and my hair gel in a separate pocket, which I'll show you later. Okay, so for now that's the toiletries packed. Next we'll move on to the electronics. Okay, I don't carry many electronics, I think I've mentioned in other ones. So I've got my phone, I've got a power bank, a couple of cables, USB, micro USB, USB-C, 2 power points, obviously recharging my phone, and also my camera, my GoPro camera, that will charge my GoPro camera, and also charge the power bank itself. And then a little adapter. I always buy a separate one. They just buy the small one. This one's for India, but I'll probably end up just probably leaving that and then buy another one when I get somewhere else. I don't carry the big bulky ones. The reason I don't carry the big travel bulky ones that most people carry is because the American plugs, they don't work. When you plug it in, it just falls out, especially with a British plug, which I have on my iron. So they're no good. So I always buy this little small one and then replace it as I go. They're not expensive. That was like 50 cents. So. One last item is my little speaker. I got this from Urban Audio. It's blooming belter. It's rechargeable. Fantastic little thing. Costs like $10. Really amazing. And that goes in my electronics. So firstly, the power bank goes in, and then the 2 chargers go down the side, and then also the other little my travel adapter, and also the speaker. There's no real particular order. And then the 2 cables can just slot in the top. And also I actually have in this little pouch here, I also have a couple of cables spare that I just pop in here. So that's a USB and a mini micro USB, just in case one of them breaks. Always carried 1 spare of each. That then zips up, and this zips up as well. I'll do that in a minute. Ta-da! The miracle of video. So that now is my electronics and my toiletries packed. Nextly, this is, I'm not going to show you all of it, but basically this is my kind of spare, I keep my spare credit cards, any papers, any important documents and everything. And I also keep my spare phone. I've actually got 2 phones, the other one I'm using now to record. And I also keep my spare phone in here. That's just, so it's just a little travel pouch, like a travel wallet. Just a big travel wallet, and it's really handy. It's just I've got that much miscellaneous stuff, so like things like locks and things like that, they all go in there as well. Any spare locks or just any knickknacks really, just anything I can fit in there, spare money or anything. Yeah. So the next one is, this is my medicine case. Now I know it looks exactly the same as my as you can see, they're exactly the same as my digital, but I just can't bother to make them different. But I can just feel the weight because this has got the power brick in it. If I pick it up, that one's heavy, this one's light. So basically this has got all my first aid kit, and also there's a spork in here, like a fork, which I'll go through in a minute while I've got that. Just basically medicines, band-aids, vitamins, anything related to my health really, or food is in there. This and this, obviously this is my travel iron. I think I've already mentioned this in a previous video. I always carry a travel iron because I don't want to be scruffy, and it is a bit of weight. I could get rid of it, I know, or I'm thinking about buying different ones where you can flatten it down from a different one. This is a bit bulky, but for now it's working and I love it. It's one of my luxury items. I've got 2 luxury items I carry. But it still all goes in a 40 litre backpack, believe it or not. So that's my travel iron. This is my latest one. Now, it's supposed to be black. I did order a black one, which is really annoying. Thank you, Amazon, for sending me a pink and white one. But I couldn't be bothered to send it back. So this is my travel kettle. And basically, this is a new edition. You might be thinking, why do you need a kettle? But I find because I always stop in budget hotels, they've never got a kettle, and there's so many reasons I need hot water. And this it's very lightweight, and as you can see, it pops down, it squashes down to almost nothing. It's really easy. It just flattens down, and it's pretty lightweight. It weighs less than my power bank, so it's not heavy at all. And it's really good. You can get about half a litre of water in there, and the practical uses for this is more than you think. And actually in there I keep all my coffee, sugar, milk, and this has got more practical use than you think. So for three reasons basically. So the first reason obviously is coffee and tea. I'm always working it early in the morning, so I like to have a coffee and tea before I go for my breakfast. Brilliant. The second reason is if I'm trying to save money, I can make oatmeal in the mornings. I can make myself some porridge. So I can put the porridge in my bowl, and I've got my little spork, my little folding fork, and I can just eat porridge in the mornings. in the afternoon, and then in the evenings, if I'm really trying to save money, I can eat instant noodles. Again, hot water. You can pick instant noodles up in pretty much anywhere in the world, in any little supermarket, which is fantastic. So I haven't got time, or I'm trying to save money because the restaurants are expensive. Again, I can use this. So, and also the third thing, and the third reason is, it actually also is good for if I've got a really cheap hotel and there's no hot water. If I've got a bucket, I can just fill the bucket up with a little bit of hot water, maybe 2 or 3 kettle loads. Remember, I'm not paying for the electricity, so who cares? Yeah, fantastic little thing. As I say, I've only just bought it, but I've always used it, and it seems very, very usable. This does fold down, so it's very, very lightweight. So basically, to store these, I put them in these little like plastic bags, and they fold down into little bags like that. You can get them from Cross Guy in Decathlon. They cost like $2 each. And what I did is, I was using these as my packing cubes, but I decided actually that I can use these for my electronics, just give them a bit of protection. And what I did, the backpacks normally come like this. They come with the straps. This is actually my Daypack. This is my bit better. It's got a bit of padding, this one. This is my Daypack. These are a little bit more expensive. And they come with the straps like this. So I just cut the straps off, and then you've got a little packing cube, which is very handy because you can fold these. They're a bit better than packing cubes. I've got 4 of these, basically. I've got 4 altogether. So one's for my laundry, one I use for my shoes here. These have got my shoes in, and it's also got my skipping rope and my exercise and my resistant band. That all goes in there, nice and neat. And also, obviously, to put my electronics in. So they will go in there later, and I will show you later how to pack them. So I've shown you my 3 little bags. I've also got my little Daypack here that just sits flat. Later you'll see it just sits flat on the top of the bag. I always keep it empty. There's no point in having 2 bags. And obviously it's just extra storage. Let's say I did need to check my big bag in. I can just grab my expensive electronics, just shove them in here. So like the camera, anything that's expensive, the camera, and I can just shove them in here, and we're good to go. This will go on the plane, and then that would go in the check-in if that's the worst case, if it's too heavy. So just always keep a little Daypack handy. These are really cheap. They cost like $2 or $3. Really good quality as well, actually, and quite comfortable. Right, now into the last section before I start packing the bag. These are my clothes. So I bought recently 2 compression packing cubes. Now, compression packing cubes, you might think, what the hell is a compression packing cube? Let me show you now. So this is when it's flat. This is when it's flattest. What you do is you basically unzip this second one here. And as you can see, once you unzip it, it becomes a lot bigger. So you basically, I'll show you on the large one, when you zip it up, it compresses all your clothes, which I'll show you later how much different it makes. So you can, so when you're packing your clothes, you unzip it, and then when you've packed everything, you zip it up and it compresses it down. So this one here is this is the larger of the 2. It's about 13 inches square, roughly. It's just about the size of a laptop, really, just a little bit more square. Now, what I keep in here is the clothes that I don't wear very often. So the larger one is the clothes I don't wear very often. So let me show you. So the first thing is I've got a fleece. Now what I've done is I've rolled it, and then I've put a little elastic band just to keep it as tight as possible. Okay, so that sits in. That's the first thing that goes in. Okay, so that first goes in. Then I've got a pair of jeans. Now I've done what you call a Ranger roll with my jeans. If you want me to show you in a separate video of how to do a Ranger roll with jeans and t-shirts, I will do. So please leave a comment below, and don't forget to like this video. So the jeans then sit in there. Then I've got also a pair of swim shorts that go in. Yep. So I'm not too bothered really of how they overpacking them. The next one is my travel towel. I don't use my travel towel that much because a lot of the hotels are stopping. They've got a towel anyway, so it's just if the hotel is budget and I haven't got one, so I keep that spare in my, like I say, in the ones I don't use that often. And then I've got 3 pairs of socks. And I've got 3 pairs of socks that go in. So one more thing that needs to go in the big one is This is my rain cover. Now I really should keep this more handy, but to be honest I barely ever use it, and yeah, so I'll just keep it in the main pack. Probably going to regret that one day. What we do now is we zip it up and then we'll compress it. So I'll show you now, look, so you can see how thick it is now. It's quite thick. So as you can see, it's made it just that little bit flat. It's a little bit bulky on this side because I've got my fleece in there. I'm thinking about maybe I'll flatten it out a little bit more. Maybe I'll roll it. Maybe I'll lay that one flat just to compress it down. Rolling my fleece might not be the best option. I'm still experimenting. Okay, so that's the big pack that my clothes, my warm clothes and things I don't use that often. That goes at the bottom of the back. I've only got 2 of these compression sacks, and I know a lot of people like to keep their underwear separate, but to be honest I just put all mine in one. So the first thing that goes in is my shorts. I've got 2 pairs of shorts. These are what I wear every day. I've got 2 pairs from Decathlon. They're exactly the same colour. I actually wear the same colour. I've only got 1 pair of main shorts. You think I'm crazy, but the reason I've got the same colour is they only did a beige, and I wanted darker colours. And these are so practical. I might do a separate video on these. I'll leave a link in the description below where you can buy these. But they've got hidden pockets and just so many different pockets. It's amazing. Basically, it's like a pocket within a pocket. You can keep your wallet. I can keep everything on me very, very discreetly, and they're very lightweight and they're very durable. Okay, and then I've got a pair of my second bit is another pair of shorts. These are my hotel shorts or my exercise shorts. I use these around just to exercise in or wear around the hotel, sleep in or whatever, just every day. I don't normally wear the same clothes out as I wear in the hotel room. To go with that, I've got a little black kind of Pilates t-shirt that goes. Again, I just wear that around the hotel. Then I've got 3 t-shirts. So that's 1, 2, 3. We've got 3 t-shirts. Now I do have 3 pairs of underwear, but I'm wearing one. I've washed one, so the only one I've got spare. So I always have only 3 pairs of underwear. Wear one, wash one, spare one. That's how I work. Okay, and that's now going to get zipped up. So that's all my clothes basically. There is also a rain jacket here, but that goes separate. I'll show you that later. I've never taken this out. This is just basically a rain jacket. But that goes in a separate compartment just in case it rains. You need quick access to that. So that doesn't go in here because that goes in a separate compartment. So the last items is just my trainers. And I put these in plastic. They're in some bubble wrap and then they go in the bag. And also in the bag, I've got skipping rope and my resistance band. And they just zip up nicely in this bag. Just another bag. I always put them at the top. Again, quick access to my exercise stuff. Okay, just keeps it nice and neat. So I'm going to pack everything away now and we'll start packing. So guys, that's all it's semi-packed. Now I'm going to show you how to pack my 40 litre Forclaz Travel 100 bag, where everything goes and how it goes in. The first thing I need to do is this here. Now this is a shoe bag. I don't use this for a couple of reasons. One, it did start to rip a little bit. It's the only fail I found on this bag. This starts to rip, so I just tuck this in. I don't use it. This is a shoe bag, but I've always got a bag for shoes. So that just gets tucked in. It does take a little bit of space, but nothing major. So, first of all, the shoe bag goes at the end. The shoe bag goes at the end, and you tuck that in, and you want to pack that in as tightly as possible towards the end of the bag. Okay, so shoes at the end because you want the weight at the bottom. So the next thing to go in is my big compression sack, packing cube, and that goes in the bottom like that. Okay, so we need to create a space here. It's quite hard to do this one-handed actually. And then this is my iron. The iron goes, the plate is here and it goes that way downwards in there like that, so it's kind of wedged between the shoes and the first of my packing cubes. So the next thing is the kettle. Again, it's in the bag. It just sits nicely like that between the shoes and the first packing cube. Okay, now if you look, we've still got quite a lot of space here. We've still got half the bag, so we can then put on the second packing cube, which is where most of my day clothes go, and that sits here sideways, not quite up to the front, and you'll see why in a minute. So that goes there sideways in, and if you can see, it just about sits flush. You see, it just about sits flush with the bag, so we're not losing any of the space here. Okay, so we've still got quite a bit of room here. Okay, the next thing is my toiletries, and that sits here. The toiletries sit on top of the iron, just like that. And again, as you see, okay, this one again is just slightly over, but it's not much. It's literally just a little bit flat over. So the next thing to go in is my first aid kit, and that goes right at the top, towards the top of the bag, and it just wedges just in. It doesn't go the whole way because you've got the big packing cube. But again, if you look, it's just sticking out a little bit. But once that's compressed down a little bit, that's going to be almost flush. Okay, so the next item to go in is my travel wallet, let's say, accessories, and the spare phone. So that goes in here. This is like the sleeve. Normally you probably put a laptop, but I say I don't have a laptop. And that just slots in at the bottom there, and then that sits nicely. But again, I've got easy access to it if I need to get anything out, because it does have like travel documents in and stuff. The next items is these three. Okay, so we've got my keyboard, my Bluetooth keyboard, which I kind of use as a laptop with my phone. Converts my phone into a laptop, so I've got nice. So if I want to write a book or anything, which I am writing a book right now, I can type quite easily on this. It costs $10. It's battery operated, brilliant, and it's quite lightweight. Guys, unless you're like a proper digital nomad working online, use your phone, get a Bluetooth keyboard. So the keyboard goes in my dirty laundry bag if I've got no laundry, and if I have, then it'll just go in here separate. But basically that then sits in my Daypack like that. I could lock it, but I'm not going to at this point. Just and then that slots in here. So that then slots into the top part of my thing, like that. Okay, so that just slots in there like that. You can make it a little bit flatter, to be honest, it's not great, it's gone in there, but anyway. And then the last thing that goes in there is my two coat hangers. I always carry coat hangers because a lot of hotels don't have them, and they're really handy. If you stop in a budget hotel, they just slot in there like that. It's not perfect, but again, I probably could make it neater, but I'm doing this one-handed, so yeah, you could probably make that a little bit flatter. But yeah, it just sits in there like that. Okay, then the next thing, we're going to do the side pocket. The bag's got this little side pocket. I found something new. I used to put my towel in here, but I decided that I could do with probably put my kettle. I could probably put my kettle plug in here, so that can go at the bottom, like so. Yep, that goes in there, and then deodorant. It's always handy to have a deodorant at hand. So quick. This is all about quick access, by the way, guys. So again, quick access to my deodorant. I do have a knife. Obviously this won't go on carry on. This was 30 rupees, so I'll donate to this to somebody whenever I leave. On the last day, I'll donate it to a poor person in India. That's what I tend to do in poor countries, always donate my stuff. So that just sits in like that. But I say that will not go with me. And then I'm trying to think what else goes in there. Also, I carry toilet rolls. That again goes in there. Again, this is all about quick access, guys. If you need toilet roll, I don't think I need to explain that. And the last thing is, obviously, with everything that's happening in here, some masks. So I've got 2 or 3 surgical masks that I can get easy access to. Again, that goes in there like that. But I do have a little bit more room in here if I need something specific, like maybe sometimes I keep some fruit in here, or some knickknacks or whatever, some snacks in there. It will go in there. So the next one's these 3 items. These go in the little side pocket that's on the side. I'll show you that now. So just grab these 3 and take them over here, and they go in here. So this is. I normally actually have. I don't know where it's gone. Actually, I can't seem to find it. I did have some antibacterial gel, some hand sanitizer, but I need to go and buy some. So I've got some sun cream, my hair stuff, because my hair's always getting a mess, and a lock. I always find that handy, just to have handy, because sometimes you need to lock the hotel room. So So again, it's just easy access. There is still a little bit of room in there for some snacks and stuff. Right, the next compartment, we're going to do the inner, this one, the inner top part. Now this is kind of semi-secure, so it makes sense to put my camera in there. So the camera goes, so my GoPro goes in there because I want to have quick access to it, but I don't want it to be so easy somebody can just walk on my bag, somebody can just literally open the side pocket like this and get access to my GoPro. It does make sense actually naturally to put it in here, but I'm so worried about somebody just zipping it and taking my GoPro. And then the other two items that go in is my notebook and my pen, because again obviously you need quickish access. I mean, it doesn't need to be urgent, but you need quickish access. All I need to do is just pop the two clips, well, unzip, and I've got my pen. I have done a separate video, guys, on my EDC, my everyday carry, because sometimes I'll carry this on my person. You might be thinking, where's my passport, where's my wallet, where's my sunglasses, where's my headphones? I carry all them, I carry on my person, and there's a separate video you can see now in the top right hand corner. Okay, so they just pop in there. So they just pop in there and zip that up. Ta-da, zip. Right, and then there's just the top part, and that's it. There's just these two, so the electronics and my rain pack. Now the electronics, the reason I keep that in the top is because of the power bank. Obviously when I'm on my travels, if my phone decides to die, as actually it did halfway through this video, then I can just grab this from the top, quick access. These two to me are the most important I need to access, my power and my raincoat. They're much more important than my camera. As I say, my camera is done for security. Okay, so I'm going to show you now the top part. So first of all goes in the electronics, and then secondly goes in the rain cover. I'll just close that up. You can see how easy that closes. That is not under any pressure at all. You don't want your zips under any pressure, because if you do, they'll break. This backpack is a good backpack, but I'm still not, you know, it's only $40, so it's still not the strongest you've ever seen. So don't overload the zips, guys. Make sure that when you close it, you can close it. If you can pinch it with your hands, it's not overloaded. But if you're having to do that, then you've overloaded it. But I can pinch that quite easily. With two hands, I could quite easily fasten this, which I'll do now. So that's it, zipped up. You just fold that bit down. These you can pull to make them a little bit more flush. You can also pull these in. You want to pull these in when you've got the back on. You know, pull them as tight as possible so it's close to your body. And then the last item, which is pretty obvious, is the water, which just slots in here, which I'll show you now. So there you go, there's the water, and you can tighten it up with this little strap here. So there you go, guys, there's fully packed my Forclaz Travel 140 litre backpack. It weighs around 9.5 kilos, which you'd be amazed at, but yeah, about 9.5 kilos. So might struggle with a couple of airlines, but as I say, you can always take stuff out, put it in the Daypack. So the iron, the kettle, the camera, and the backpack could all go in the Daypack, and I could quite easily get it down to about 7, I reckon, if I really pushed it. I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. Please remember to subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification button, and if you've got any comments or anything you'd like me to follow up again, please leave a comment in the description, and I'll see you next time.